What's happening? What's going on in the world today? Yes, yes, yes. Your screen looks a little empty because it's just me, myself, and I. My two bros, Eddie Cool, Scotty D, they are on assignment where the real money is made until y'all start sponsoring us. Hey, but this is something that we love to do, and we want to bring you something each and every week. We want to bring you the entertainment, the fun, the joy. We want to bring you the podcast by the fan, for the fan. When it comes to the world of sports, don't you get tired of hearing all of the media pundits with their scripted situationals that they got on TV? I know I am. I ain't watched ESPN in months. I can't do it. I'd rather just give it to you right here from the heart and from the brain. And sometimes my brain don't work that well, but it is what it is. Man, this past week has been absolutely loaded in sports. All of the major sports are going on right now. You got Major League Soccer playoffs. You've got English Premier League across the pond. You've got baseball World Series. You've got the beginning, the regular season, NBA, NHL. We're in the thick of things in college football and professional football at NFL. I'm pretty sure there's a couple sports that I'm missing, but I think I covered all of them. Hey, but maybe didn't. Maybe NASCAR's in their final races. I don't. I ain't tracked it. That's not my strong suit. But when it comes to the world of sports, there's very little, to almost nothing that I won't do when it comes to sports, especially when it comes to just the most beautiful sports moments in history. Not even gonna lie to you. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night. And if you don't know by now why I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning, you really ain't paying attention to sports. But hey, that's I guess that's what I'm here for. But man, 18 innings. Are you serious right now? 18 innings. Toronto Blue Jays, Los Angeles Dodgers. A marathon of a game, 7 years removed from the last time there was an 18 game inning in the World Series. And guess what? The Los Angeles Dodgers were part of that. But to see Freddie Freeman lift it straight center field, I'm a diehard Braves fan. I hate to see Freddie Freeman leave as a go to the Dodgers, but to see him once again have a walk-off home run is absolutely amazing, and I'm here for it. Dodgers are up 2-1. Whew, what a game! What a series! They get to do it all over again tonight. There's no rest for the no rest for the weary, man. Oh man! But that's why you get paid the big bucks. That's why you're professional athletes. Game four. As a fan, I'm exhausted, but I'm gonna hey suit up, watch game four, and see if Toronto can even it back up. Right now, the Dodgers sitting pretty nice. With that being said, I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way because you know our strong suit here is the pigskin, the football is what we love to talk about all the time. With that being said, let's jump into it. The top of the order.
All right, let's get this thing started. Here it is, the top of the order.
Week 8 of the NFL. And we've been doing it each week where we try to come up with what have we learned when it comes to each week in professional football. I can tell you one thing I've learned. We are running out of quarterbacks. The quarterback injury bug is rampant through the NFL. do the Vikings even have a quarterback left? But I think JJ McCarthy is coming back off of injury. But man, he's been injured for the entirety of his career. So we'll see how that goes. My beloved Carolina Panthers. We were down to our second string, and it showed. The Red Rocket ain't really rocketing no more. More like a little sputter, a bad firework, if you will. Because the Bills just handled business, and we forgot how to stop the run. Now, I mean, that's been our strong suit for the past few weeks with the likes of Rico Dow. But yeah, we forgot how to stop the run. The Atlanta Falcons, Michael Penix couldn't make it. And so they had to go with the world's richest backup. And that didn't quite work out because for some odd reason, Tua Tagovailoa, I guess he was like, hey, wait, y'all doing the most. Y'all talking bad about my name. I got to show y'all that I still got a little something in my rattle brain. But yeah, Falcons down to their backup. The New York Jets, well, they went to their backup because they benched their starter Justin Fields, but then their new starter, I believe it was Tyrod Taylor, he gets hurt either practice or the previous game, so Justin Fields gets one more chance. And did he make up for that? I mean, they were down by a lot for the majority of the game, but he said, let me put this on my shoulder. Let me put this on my back and let me see if I can rally my team against the Bengals without their starting quarterback. With the emergence of one Joe Flacco from the Browns, where they did their trade and everything, and the Jets finally get their first win. Man, oh man! Speaking of the aforementioned Cleveland Browns, they're going with Dylan Gabriel because they sent off their starter for this season. So their backup, Shadur is still there. People clamoring about him. There has to be a reason. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Stop checking it. But the Browns couldn't do anything about the red hot Patriots with their healthy starting quarterback and the MVP chance of starting to ring in New England with Drake May. Who would have thunk it? The New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, the Giants are injury prone, but they're going with their number two option with Jackson Dart. But man, their quarterback isn't injured, but the running back. Just and I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the injury, don't look it up because it's gruesome. It's not safe. With NSFW, well, it's not. I mean, it ain't that gory, but just when the foot's supposed to be here and it goes that way, not a good. Cam Scatterboo, I wish you a recovery. I know he's out for the season. I hope you bounce back next year and come back stronger and better than ever because you have an infectious personality, and I was rooting for you. And man, I saw how much Jackson Dart was devastated by. They have a chemistry like none other, and I hope that they can bounce back. This is good for football. But the Eagles were like, hey, hold on. We're still the Eagles. We're still the defending national champions. Let's just go ahead and handle business real quick. Again, quarterback injury. The Baltimore Ravens with the third straight game without their All Pro MVP esque quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But hey, um, Tyler Huntley said, you know what? I mean, I'm Timu Lamar Jackson, but I can throw this rock and do what it do. And on the back of Derrick Henry with two touchdown runs, the Ravens somehow, some way at 2-5 are the odds-on favorites by Vegas to win their division. Maybe Vegas listens to the Sports Bros podcast. I'm just saying because I think I said that last week. I think I said that I think I think they're still the best team. They just had a really just a poor run and playing the top teams. But we shall see how the second half of the season goes. Once again, quarterback injuries. And, well, everybody injured when it comes to the 49ers. I mean, the only person that's healthy, surprisingly enough, is Christian McCaffrey. But that they could not overcome the injury bug, and the Texans and CJ Stroud like, wait a minute, y'all put me in this sophomore slump and all that. We ain't trying to hear all that. Hey, let me handle business. Again, the 49ers are pretty much depleted. But man, oh man, quarterback injury. I forgot who started for the 49ers. What that boy name? Um, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Y'all know it. Y'all can look it up. I'm still a fan. Sometimes I forget things. It is what it is. Ah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New Orleans Saints. This was not necessarily injury, but the Saints after this game said, oh, during the game, they said, yep, the Spencer Rattler in experiment. We gonna go back. We're gonna go back to sh- shots. I don't know. I could spend time trying to pronounce these names. I don't feel like it. I know. This is supposed to be part of my portfolio. Maybe I can find a bigger, better job. I know. I'm telling you, I put in the word. This is episode 316. Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold. Y'all feel me right now. Y'all feel me? My two bros ain't with me. So like usually I would be researching things, looking at things on the side, but hey, it's just me, myself, and I. I'm doing the whole thing. I'm producing, I'm directing, and I'm participating. So hey, if I mispronounce the name, it is what it is. But yes, that experiment seems to be over. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later in the show anyway. I'm spoiling some things. Ah, the Denver Broncos versus the Dallas Cowboys may be the only one of the few games that had both starting quarterbacks. But then when it comes to the Cowboys, anybody else really starting? Because it ain't their defense. The defense can't stop a wet paper bag in a thunderstorm. I don't even know if that's the right saying. But either way, what it is, what not, their defense is non-existent. So Bo Nix is just throwing the ball all over the field, and yeah, it was, and hey, on my fantasy team, I had all the Denver starters. I had Bo Nix, I got J.K. Dobbins, I got Cortland Sutton. I had them all starting. Don't normally do that, but shoot, I said it's the Cowboys. They ain't gonna be able to stop nothing. Guess what? I was right. I know it's terrible that Sky D isn't here to defend his team, but I don't think he wants to defend his team because his team can't defend. But hey, Sky D, you my boy. Sorry, it is what it is. Another game of where you actually had healthy starting quarterbacks. Who would have thought? Indiana Jones. I mean, again, I'm going to fight. I'm a fight. I'm a fight. I'm a fight for this. Jonathan Taylor should be MVP. I don't know how much I can stress this enough. Jonathan Taylor is literally he is carrying this team. No, don't get me wrong. Daniel Jones is a decent quarterback, but I think Jonathan Taylor's performance makes Daniel Jones look it makes the game that much easier. Slows the game down. Play action becomes more of a threat. And then you can start picking teams apart. And that's exactly what the Colts are doing. They are the best team in the NFL for a reason. I'm pretty sure I haven't picked dead last. And I am okay with being dead flat out wrong with them. Yeah, Colts, keep doing what you do. And the Colts owner, the young lady that's on the sideline with the notepad and everything, do whatever you do it, it's working. Keep doing it. Tennessee Titans, I don't know what to tell you. You're a few pieces away is reason why you had the number one draft pick. Get some O line help. Yeah, pretty much. My highlight of the week though was The Green Bay Packers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, you had it into the fourth quarter. It just, I, but one thing I can say is on National Tight End Day on my fantasy league, I had the best tight end, Tucker Craft. 7 catches, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. Beautiful fantasy weekend for yeah, boy. Yes, sir. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Man, the Green Bay Packers 5-1-1. They say, all right, this is that loss and that tie does not define who we are. I understand the loss was against the Browns and the tie was against the aforementioned Cowboys with no defense. The Packers said, don't even worry about it. We gonna brush that aside and we gonna handle business. Man, I can't wait for Packers Lions matchup because that is going to be for a lot when it comes to the NFC and the NFL, especially the NFC North Division. And then to finish off on Monday night, another injured quarterback because we got to see Marcus Mariota start the game for the Washington Redskins no-name football team commander Piglets. And of course, that didn't work out. You're going against Patrick Mahomes, and now Patrick Mahomes has got his shiny new toy back of Rasheed Rice. It's oh boy, I think I saw the other day that Vegas had the Chiefs picked as the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl. That's crazy to me, but they're on a tear, and the Chiefs find a way to keep doing what they managed to do. So yeah, I threw out every game out there for you. That doesn't normally happen. That's what happens when you give me the mic, me myself and I. But that don't. I need my bros. I need my bros. Oh man, what to look for in week nine? Week nine. Week nine. It's going to scroll down. I'm going to mention this game just because two of my friends, one of them is a Vikings fan, one is a Lions fan. My man Antonio, Purple People Eater, little bruh, Antonio Horn. He's a diehard Vikings fan. My man Tristan Vitorelli. Tristan, diehard Lions fan, avid supporter of the program. They face off each other this coming Sunday, and then I'm trying to get some money action on the bowling lanes to see them two bowl after league next Monday. Let's see. I'm just saying. Let's talk about it. Be about it. I don't know. Or if y'all both bowling during league, let's get some friendly action going on. I got some action going on. I'm taking on the best bowler in the league just because my mouth is what it is. I talk a big talk. I can't walk the walk at all. But y'all, man, maybe I just want to challenge myself. Maybe I just want to pay $5 for charity. I don't know. My man Brandon Andrews just dropped the 822 on us. My man was killing what 279, 266, 278, I believe. Man, killing the game. Brandon, keep doing what you do. Well, except for next week, because I want your very best. Maybe it'll elevate my game. I digress. We're talking about NFL, but yes, it is interesting to see some of these games. But man, oh, the biggest one, too easy, way too easy. The Kansas City Chiefs travel to Buffalo. Man, oh man, of course. Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. Yes, I will be watching. I got to have it. That is, of course, the game to watch. Some of these other games, maybe the Panthers can show up against the Packers. Maybe Bryce Young is healthy. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. And the rest of them, struggle, more struggle. Colts Steelers might be something. But yeah, that's what. I don't see much really jumping off the page. But yeah, let's just it is what it is when it comes to week 9 of the NFL. I'm here for it. Gotta love it. Oh, it's gonna be the death of me one of these days because man, oh man, watching some of these games and watching my team not be there. eh. And for all my peeps that went to that Buffalo Bills game, whew, y'all picked the wrong game to go to. Huh. All right. I still got. I hope I can make it to a game this year. We'll see. We'll see. With that being said, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When I say commercial, I wish we had commercials. I wish somebody like be like, "Hey, we want to throw some things in there and get our get some more exposure when it comes to Sports Bros podcast." Hit us up, sportsbrospcast at gmail.com for sponsorship commercial situationals. Hey, you never know. Partnership. Bring us up. Let's do the thing. With that being said, I'm going to gather my notes together, be back shortly with my favorite segment, none other than the Be Live Top 5. Five. My top 5 college football teams. And then I follow up with the not top 5, the 5 most overrated teams in all of college football. But I'll be back shortly with a little bit more of the Sports Bros podcast. And we are back. Well, well, well. Let's talk about it. College football is it's just around the corner. And I'm gonna start switching it up a little bit because it ain't about the top five anymore. I mean, top five used to be pretty nice when there was only four teams in the playoffs. But now they got 12, and now I might have to expand a little bit. Or I might just leave it as it is because you know what? It's my situation. Who knows? But right now, we're just going to stick with the top five. We'll start talking about college football playoffs in the next couple of weeks before the playoff committee gets together and starts putting their list together and whatnot. So this is after week 9, the Be Live top five. And we're gonna jump right into it. My top five team, my number five team, it is the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks, they've maintained pretty much where they stand in the Big Ten. Their one loss does not define their entire season. They are still up there with a chance to play in the Big Ten championship. And I just think overall that they're one of the best teams in the country, one of the more dangerous teams to face. Oregon handled business against Wisconsin. Wisconsin is struggling. I get it. I understand. But hey, you play the games that are in front of you and do what you got to do. Oregon, number five, coming in at number four, and I'm sick of the disrespect. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting the scene. We get it. We understand. But I keep saying this: you play the games that are in front of you, and you do the best that you can. They are undefeated in a Power Four conference. What more can you say? But the rambling wreck from Georgia Tech, and they manhandled Syracuse 41-16. They've got a very clear path ahead to the ACC championship and an automatic bid to the playoff. And man, that last game of the season against Georgia, I promise you, it's on a Friday. I think it's Friday, 3 o'clock game, Thanksgiving weekend. Friday. Oh, I'm absolutely going to be watching that. Hopefully, it's not a 9 overtime barn burner like it was before, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a darn good game. Georgia Tech coming in at number four. Number three. Remember I said how undefeated in the Power Four conference holds some weight. Being undefeated in the SEC holds some major weight. I know I've said on this program before about SEC bias, but that's why they're at number three. Because I don't think they're as strong as, I mean, I'm not putting them as the best team in the country, but they made some major strides after this past week to the tune of getting a coach fired. Texas A&M, Aggie Pride, 12th man. Ooh, boy. It didn't have to beat LSU that bad. For, ooh, you didn't have to beat them 49-25 in Death Valley. Let me make sure I get this point across real quick. Y'all know how much of a diehard Clemson Tiger fan I am. The real Death Valley, Death. It's in Clemson, South Carolina. I know LSU beat us in Clemson's house, but LSU Stadium was named Deaf Valley because they are actually bigger and louder. I'll admit that. But yeah, LSU looks pretty dead right now. Laid to rest by Texas A&M and Brian Kelly. Well, fake Cajun himself is out of a job. I told them this that he was not a good fit for LSU when they first. I was like, this is not going. He wasn't that great at Notre Dame. Notre Dame just he did enough at Notre Dame to keep them relevant and convince LSU that if we give him SEC money and SEC resources that he'd be some otherworldly coach. It's Notre Dame. Notre Dame has resources. They have their own. They have NBC. There's a reason why Notre Dame's independent. They won't join the conference. Notre Dame, they aight. But yeah, nobody want to listen to me. Texas A&M, number 3, and your be like top 5. Coming in at number 2, Kirk Signetti. Big money grip. Let me hold something. And the Indiana Hoosiers. UCLA was starting to feel themselves with 3 straight victories. And then Indiana said, you know what? No, kill all that noise. And not only beat them, they decimated them 56-6. Indiana is making a statement. They are sick and tired of the rhetoric. Y'all gonna put some respect on their name, and they're inching very closely to being the number 1 team in the country. Maybe we'll find out in the Big Ten championship because still, it was after a bye. As much as I would love to knock down Ohio State, I can't knock them down. Not just yet. I don't think I'm going to until that Big Ten championship game, or if they can't beat Michigan again, who knows? Or do they trip up against Penn State? I doubt that. But yeah, number 1, clearly, Ohio State. They just don't let people score at all. Haven't played much anybody, but when they play somebody, they don't let them score. And so, and the reason why I almost wanted to put Indiana there is because common opponents, Indiana and Ohio State, Indiana's performed better against Oregon, against Illinois. Indiana's performed better. Indiana trounced Illinois. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as is. We'll let another week matriculate, and we'll see what happens after that. I ain't even here for the top 5 because I mean, not much has changed there. Not much. Not much. A little bit. Not much. But I know what y'all are here for. Y'all here for my not top 5. The teams I deem as overrated. Um, and I'm gonna come in hot real quick. Number 5, Alabama. Number 4 team in the nation by most polls. Alabama. Y'all were that close to losing. So close to losing that the entire student section of the South Carolina Game Chickens were loaded up in the end zone, ready to storm the field, only to let LaFumble sellers give the ball and give the game to Alabama. And let me tell you something real quick for the people out there that don't know football. Yes, South Carolina let Alabama score on that last run. South Carolina had no timeouts. So therefore, they had no way of controlling the clock. Any good football coach, any good football program would set up the game for a game-winning field goal. Yes, there is a chance you may block it. Yes, there may be a bad snap and all kinds of other crazy things can happen. But you let them score, so pretty much the only chance you have is to get the ball back and go down the field. Because even even if they miss the field goal, you still don't have to. I mean, you go into overtime, but 95% of the time, yeah, you just let it go and try and hope that you can put something together to drive the ball down the field, which they did not. But that's just I want to put that out there because there's a lot of people like, oh, they just missed a tackle. The game is rigged. No, no, no. You just don't know football. With that being said, Alabama, number 4 in the country against the Game Chickens of South Carolina. and y'all almost lose, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're overrated. Overrated. I mean, we ain't gonna talk about where Florida State is at right now, and y'all let them mollywop you early in the season. But that's you've redeemed yourself, but don't do this no more. Don't do this no more. That's why you're not my top five. Don't do this no more. Number four, the Virginia Cavaliers. Virginia, trying to sing you a little bit of praises. Tony Elliott, you're my boy, former Clemson coach. But you let Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels take you to overtime? And because they want to get greedy and go for two as opposed to tying the game up was how y'all won? Yeah, Virginia, ooh, don't do that. Y'all ranked, I think y'all were ranked 16th or something like that. You know, you this is not how you get into the playoff conversation. But hey, anything can happen. Stay undefeated in the ACC, make it to the ACC championship. You win, you're in Virginia, but not like this. That's how you get on my list. Number three. Oh boy, the aforementioned Illinois Fighting Illini. Yeah, we the media, the coaches, they try to keep you in the top 25. And, ooh, yeah. Washington, unranked, losing by 17, and that makes your third loss in the Big Ten. Yeah, yeah, y'all ain't gonna make it. Yeah, just yeah, not working out for you that well. Yeah, that's just it is what it is. Number two, University of South Florida. South Florida, what are you doing? You had such a hot start to the season. You had a chance and an opportunity to make some noise being that top group of five team, and then you let Memphis come through and take that spot away from you. And now Memphis, even though after their loss, and they were just sitting in my not top five just a week ago, now they're sitting in a position to be the top group of five team to make it in. I'm still trying to figure out how my United States Naval Academy midshipman team, with an undefeated 7-0 record, is not even ranked. But all you got to do, hey, win the games that are presented before you. And because I'm pretty sure, let's have to pull it up real quick. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit tougher for Navy. They got North Texas, then they got Notre Dame, South Florida, then Memphis. It's a tough road. But hey, they won the games that were before them. Let's see what can happen with Navy. See if they can sneak in and make the playoff. Oh man, I am here for it. And number one, oh man, when I tell you when I give teams props and then they disappoint me, that's a quick way to find your way on the list. And that's where Arizona State sits right now. I give them a little bit, give a little props, a little bit after a little win here and there, but now you lose yet another you lose to yet another unranked opponent. Third unranked loss of the season after being a ranked team and maybe making some noise in the Big 12. It ain't. Arizona State. Are they in the Big 12 or they in the Big 10? It doesn't matter. They ain't gonna make it. Put it that way. Yeah, they're in the Big 12. Big 12. Some of them West Coast teams are in the Big 10, some of them in the Aces. I get lost. I try to figure it out. But yeah, that was the Be Live top five and not top five. What do you think? What do you say? Challenge me. I'm here for it. Oh yeah. With that being said, I could throw in another segment and do something else. This or that. I really can't do this or that by myself. So you know what? Let's just take it on home. Let's just jump into it. I'm gonna give you around the pepper, three stories, rapid fire style, here to educate, enlighten, entertain. I ain't got it. Not my line. The HOC, he'll be back. I ain't trying to replace him. I ain't got it. But yeah, it is what it is. This is coming up around the pepper. I can grab the pepper grinder. I can do that. That's my part. Pepper grinder is my part. Round the pepper coming at you. Yes, sir.
Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
Oh man, round the pepper. You know how I like to do things. Eddie Cool's good on the history spots. I like to hit some things that you know what that are weird, wild, and crazy in the world of sports. And sometimes I take things a little bit personal. Um, so my first pepper point is centered on this: the New Orleans Saints have decided to go back to the rookie quarterback Tyler shoe fly don't follow me, shall against the Rams after they benched Spencer Rattler after this past game this past week. I know I already talked about this in the show, but I want to make this a pepper point for all of the game chicken fans, the coop fans out there that constantly try to compare Spencer Rattler to Trevor Lawrence. I know Trevor Lawrence is not having the best season or the best career, but he's done enough. He got that nice, cushy little contract, and still, he might be overpaid. But hey, we're still waiting on a coup quarterback to even come close. Even, I mean, remotely close. Because Spencer Rattler, yeah, it's pretty much, unless there's some miracle, somebody may give you another chance. It's not looking good for your career, my dude. And Coot Nation, yeah, y'all still, we're still waiting. And I'll just be waiting for y'all to find a quarterback that actually will do something in the NFL. Yeah, y'all are hoping, begging, and praying for Lenore Sellers to be that next great thing. The jury is still out. People say that he might be the number one draft pick, the first quarterback to come off the board. That don't mean he'll beans, the price of tea in China, or any of that. If he doesn't actually perform, remember, Trevor Lawrence was the number one draft pick, so you can't even trump us with that. And Trevor Lawrence was a college football national champion. Y'all ain't coming close to that. So talk to me nicely. Okay, chicken fans get on my nerves trying to compare the two. Get out of here. My second pepper point. Now, this is an interesting one. World Series. We endured three games. The third game being a marathon and all the things and whatnot. But this right here, this is a highlight. And we're not necessarily a marathon of sorts, but man, this is a I you can't call it a roller coaster ride because this has been the straight ascension. This guy started from the bottom. Now we here, and I'm going to butcher his name. I should have practiced it. I did. But Trey Yesavage. I'm going with it. Yesavage? Yesavage? I'm going Yesavage. In the past 6 months, he pitched in single A, high A, double A, triple A, and then got elevated to the Vision Series roster for the Blue Jays. And now it's in the rotation for the champion. It was in the rotation for the championship series, and now had the opportunity to pitch in the World Series. He started the season in single A. Wow. What a meteoric rise for Trey Yesavage. 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 Who? Hey, hit me up. Let me know where I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. But yeah, we'll see how this story ends. Can the Blue Jays even up the series? We shall find out tonight. And now, my third and final pepper point. Also, something I mentioned earlier in the show, but this has a different spin on it. Because you know how I like to do things. When it comes to my third and final pepper point, another edition of what I like to call what happened. My third and final pepper point, I mentioned that LSU fired Brian Kelly. Yes, that's the storyline. Yeah, I like it. But what the bigger storyline is that when it comes to firing coaches, usually when you got these big contracts and you're like, you know what, this is not working out. There's what is called a buyout. And so why it's not in the story to pop in front of me real quick. But LSU firing Brian Kelly will be the second largest buyout in college football history, second only to Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher. Here's the thing. Both of those guys that I mentioned, they, at the time of their firing, had the same athletic director. When Jimbo Fisher was fired at Texas A&M and when Brian Kelly was fired at LSU, the person responsible for firing them and paying them not to coach, the athletic director, the current athletic director of LSU, former athletic director of Texas A&M, Scott Woodward. And now it sits that Scott Woodward is responsible for paying out a total of $130 million for two guys, not the coach. Bruh, it's good. It's been real. But I need you to go ahead and mosey on. Here's your money. Enjoy on 123 Cancun. But yeah, we can't do that. Scott Woodward. I don't know what to tell you. Third time's a charm, maybe. How about let's like not. I mean, I know you want to throw money to the big money to try to attract the best names, but call me up. Call me up, bro. I told you at the time of Jimbo Fisher. I told you at the time about Brian Kelly. Check my track record. I knew those were bad hires. Y'all threw all that money. Jimbo Fisher. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Whatever we I don't even know what he's doing anymore. But it's good for him. He got money, money. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, hey, we got to get Ryan Kelly on out of here and Scott Woodward. Worst of luck to you because I don't like LSU. Sorry, Brian Lynch. Sorry, Brandy Calder. Love y'all, mean it. Wish y'all the worst of luck. It is what it is. I'm still hurt from 2019. I still don't like Joe Shiesty. I still have nightmares about him with that cigar. With freaking Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edwards Hilaire, Thaddeus Moss. Oh boy. Odell Beckham on the side. Okay, yes, I'm a diehard Clemson fan. I think we all get that at this point in time. Yep, I'm just gonna go ahead and close it out. I gotta go because I'm depressing myself because I'm talking a lot of trash about college football and my Clemson Tigers. Well, at least we didn't lose this past week. We were on a bye, sitting at 3-4. It hurts so much. But yeah, and in closing, do something nice for yourself or do something else for somebody else who did it and why. And Eddie Cool, Scotty D, I need y'all to come back. And, me doing this by myself, I don't know. I know my catchphrases. That's all I got. So it's weird telling myself to do this, but be live, get us out of here. Yes, sir. Sports Bros Podcast, episode 316. Glass break. So cold. So cold. And we out.